Hey everyone, I hope you're having an awesome day so far. So we are going to do an energy check-in, but I did get some messages before I started the video from Spirit. And so some of you guys might be feeling like ascension symptoms or feeling just energy in your body that's needing to be released. So I actually woke up this morning with like a major headache, and I felt like almost like I had the flu for a few minutes, and then that went away really quickly. But I definitely had some energy I needed to release, and kind of what they said for a lot of people that have some stuff in them that's not the healthiest, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Basically anything you have in you that's like really not for your highest good and not healthy. They're saying like they're going to be helping you releasing things that you might not even be aware of. So you might be having some triggers today or over the next few days, and you could have already been having this technically, to help you with releasing things, bringing stuff to your awareness to help you with releasing and handling it. And some of it is going to bring you clarity on like really, really long cycles, they're saying. So if you're feeling like an intense energy today, and I know I'm not the only one because I've had a few people actually messaging me and asking me what was going on with the energy. So make sure you take deep breaths. I did it in the video yesterday about rubbing your hand and stuff, you know, whatever way feels good, but it helps like circulate the energy. Going by the water, if you need just like a quick fix, you know, sticking your hands under either warm or cold water, whichever, you know, works better for you. And just like washing your hands and just picturing the energy leaving. Like light body movement, if you know, can do yoga or dancing or things like that. Going out in nature also helps. Being away from like cell phones and electronics can help you. I was gonna say, especially if you have the water by you, but most places are probably freezing cold right now. Showers can also help. One of the things that I like to do and listen to is crystal singing bowls. I feel like they're extremely, extremely soothing, and there's a bunch of them on YouTube for free. So you can always find one that you intuitively pick that's good for you. And if I have time later, I'll make a playlist on my YouTube. So if you go on my YouTube, guys, Spiritual Healing, Brittany, I'll probably post it on here, but sometimes I post this on Instagram as well. So I do have like playlists on there with like sleep ones and different ones. So I'll try to see if I can make like a crystal singing bowl one, because there are certain ones I listen to that are definitely very soothing and helpful. So, but they are saying that there are going to be things that are coming up to trigger you to mirror healing that you need, like internal healing you need. So, okay. So we pulled angel answer cards. We got, if you believe in success, to start. Okay, so if you believe, I'm getting this lack of trust right now, and this lack of faith. It's just, this seems to be like a message that keeps coming up about something not happening how you want it to happen, when you want it to happen, like you want it to happen, or not happening at all, and you thought it was going to, something like that. And they're saying like, now is the time to really like have trust and faith that things are going to work out for you, even if you're not seeing something in front of you. This is where that intuition comes in rather than the human conditioning of we have to see it to believe it. Like a lot of you, they're saying this is helping you with restoring faith and trust and really seeing that and trusting your intuition and seeing and believing all of the signs, all of the intuition, all of the messages you've been getting, the visions you've been getting, anything like that. This is actually really helping you with that. To really have faith, even though you're not seeing anything in front of your face, and to trust your intuition. They're saying the journey is almost over with this cycle. Like the cycle's almost completed. The journey's almost over. And afterward, you're going to feel very free. It feels like a lot of dark energy around people, a lot of like anxiety, fear, depression. And they're saying like, you're going to have a sense of freedom. It's almost like they're showing me like a reset button, and then you're going to start feeling better after that. If you guys do have crystals, I'll tell you, any light blue crystals you have are really good for, especially if you can't get by the water. Or you can't do anything like water related. Water is very calming. But if you have, like I have Larimar, I have some like light blue stones on, but light blue stones help with like calming. So does lepidite. And I love that because the throat chakra card just came out. Lepidite helps. Rose quartz can help too with like soothing. I'm trying to think what else like as a calming stone. I have an ocean jasper that's super calming for me, but it's not technically like a stone that's supposed to be calming. If you have crystals, you know, anything that you're drawn to for the day. So if you're drawn to something specific, use it. But crystals, they don't fix anything like per se, but they can help you with soothing and like kind of calming your energy down and stuff. That's why I wear certain crystals certain days, because it like zens me out. Yeah, and then actually like celestite, angelite too is good. Or selenite's also good for clearing energy. Okay, we got choose wisely, passion ignited, harmony, triumphant success, root chakra, throat chakra, shadow. And then we got light and trapped in fear came out together. With the choose wisely, I get you're being pulled in different directions. Like your heart's saying one thing, but your mind's saying something completely different. It feels like this is where like the ego and intuition are kind of battling right now is what it feels like. It feels like you want one thing, but there's a lot of fear with making this choice. So it's like the other way is like something that's easier, but not going to be as fulfilling. And I talked about this yesterday in my video about a lot of people choosing like the long, dark path rather than the light, easy path because they're afraid to step forward or they're afraid to go outside of their comfort zone. Even though it's really what they want, they're like pushing it away. And it feels like the same type of energy with this choose wisely. It feels like you have like a choice and it's like you can choose one direction. And this direction is definitely very fear-based, it feels like you have intuition. All right, let me try to explain a little bit different. It feels like you have intuition for choice A, right? And your intuition, this is something you really, really desire, really, really want. So it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be moving, it can be anything, okay? And you have all of these fears around it. All these fears. But it's going to be something that's going to be great for you. But you're scared to choose it because it's outside of your comfort zone. You're not used to maybe something stable, et cetera, et cetera. Then you have choice B, and it's like, it's not as scary. I'm used to this probably toxic shit or something that's like not for my highest good. But it's more safe, because it's not really more safe. You just think it is. And it's like, which choice do I make? It's like just kind of like this limbo energy, like where you're kind of stuck, it feels like. Spirit's saying go with the choice that lights your passion and your fire in your heart. What ignites the passion and fire in your heart? Some of you, this is definitely going to be a love situation. Some of you, it might not be, but these two came out together. And this is what Spirit's saying. This is you choosing what comes from your heart, what you intuitively know. Like, fuck like the fears, like go forward, even if it's uncomfortable. Like, you know, do you want something that's like mediocre? Or do you want something amazing? Like, really, that's your choice. And it's like the mediocre thing is probably shitty. It's going to fall apart anyway. It's not going to be solid. Why would you not want the stable one? Why would you not want the one that is for your highest good, that's going to be the most emotionally fulfilling and rewarding for you? And it's like this scared energy, this inner child is like terrified of this like inner child is terrified. Like I can feel that inner child right now is like terrified of opening their heart up to receive whatever this situation is for you guys. But this is her really in her energy, like really intuitively feeling what it is that her heart desires and not listening to her head. And when that happens, look, this is harmony. And again, look, the heart chakra is illuminated in this. Like, this is harmony. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be a relationship, you know, where it's like, you know, you choosing a person that's really for your highest good. That's very heart-centered. That's like a good soul connection over somebody who's maybe an easier choice. And I say easier choice. I talked about it yesterday a little bit, who is somebody who maybe they don't push you to grow, or they're just very, it's just like a very passive relationship. I mean, we've all been in them where it's just like somebody, it's just like to have comfortable, I don't really get in relationships like that, but to like have comfort because we're like lonely and stuff like that. Actually, Spirit's saying some of you guys are doing that, like that you're settling and you're choosing people for comfort rather than for love. And that is just not, you know, something that's going to be for your highest good. It's going to repeat a cycle, but it's not the reason why you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it because you deserve better than that. You deserve better than, you know, a body in your bed next to you to comfort you. You deserve somebody where you have an amazing soul connection, where you have like great communication with them, where you just have like that like love, that internal love and that connection. And sometimes those relationships are a little bit more difficult, but they push you to grow more, and then you grow together more. And then you have that depth in your relationship. And so whether that is a relationship or it's a job or it's something, like Spirit's saying, like, go with the choice that lights your heart up. Go with the choice that like that passion is there, that fire is there. Stop settling. Like Spirit's like strong as shit about this. Like stop settling for less than you deserve. It's like you're scared to go forward for somebody who actually loves you or actually cares about you, or you're scared to go for a career that actually could benefit you, that could bring you like happiness and stuff, because you're stuck in this like toxic cycle of like what you know. Like get out of it. I don't give a shit how scary it is. Get the fuck out of it. And I speak from experience, guys. Like I don't just, you know, I'm like, a lot of times when I say stuff, I'm getting it from Spirit anyway, but I go through the same shit and like, I listen to them. I listen, like, you know, if they're telling me I don't do that shit anyway, but if they're telling me don't do this shit, I don't do this shit, you know, I listen. And the reason why is because I deserve better than, you know, fucking settling and stuff. And that's what Spirit's saying to you, is stop settling, like, pull forward. Like, even though it's scary as fuck, fight for what you want. It's going to be a success. And you got two cards that say success on them. We got this card and we got this card about success. And right under the success, we have fear and light. So let me go down to the bottom, because we have root chakra, throat chakra, shadow, light, and trapped in fear. And this is what it feels like. It feels like there's some type of fear around some type of communication. Some of you really communicating how you feel about something. A lot of this does feel relationship wise, whether you're in a relationship and this is just you with your partner, maybe having issues or things that like you need in the relationship you're not really expressing, or maybe something you guys have been through that you are scared to talk about, or you're afraid of like how they're going to react, something like that. For some of you, this feels like somebody that you want to have a conversation with, that you want to connect with, but you're kind of scared. But what Spirit's saying is, you know, it's not about just choosing stability. It's also about choosing what your soul desires. They're saying like your soul desire, your passion, like where is that? And that's the choice you make. That's how you make the decision, is what is going to be something that lights my fire, that I just have this soul urge for. And that's what you're supposed to be going for. So what I was talking about earlier when I was saying about like triggers and all kinds of things coming up, that's what this is. It's about facing your shadow. And so all of these things that we do where we, all the things we do where we're kind of self-sabotaging, and I do it too. Like we all do it, right? Like nobody's perfect. We all have ways of self-sabotaging. Sometimes we don't even know we're doing it. This is Spirit bringing this out. This is Spirit showing us the areas where we have issues. And I'll tell you, so this happened to me last night, actually. Normally, like the last, I would say probably 10 months or so, I've been getting hit with so many different fears. And I must have a lot of subconscious fears or some shit, because I didn't even know about half these. I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? I've never been afraid of this. Like, where is this coming from? And some of it I think was mine. Some of it I do feel like was somebody else's or other people's, that it was collectively feeling. But a lot of it was mine, and I didn't even know that I had them, right? And then so I'm like, oh my God, like I just want to feel good. Like I've been feeling like this intense energy every day. I've been feeling like the collective energy. I've been feeling like my own energy, just all this shit. And I said something to them and I'm just like, God, like this is fucking exhausting. Like I just want to feel at peace. Like I just want to feel calm. So last night I get out of my bath. I'm calm as shit, you know, release some energy. I was in there probably like an hour just chilling. And like my body felt good. My mind wasn't like worrying about anything. I didn't feel tense or anxious. And then I was like, why am I so uncomfortable right now? Because I didn't even know what to think or do. Like my mind was like, oh, I want to start thinking. I want to start doing like what? And I'm just like, we can just chill. Like we don't need to worry about shit. But then my mind starts going and it's like, this is weird. This is new. This is different. Like we're not, feeling this way. We're not feeling anxious. We're not feeling, afraid. Our body's feeling good. And then my mind's like, I can't handle this. What the fuck's going on? Oh my God. And it felt so unsafe and so scared. And that's the thing is because I've been so used to being in this energy of releasing all these fears, and my body's been physically, it's not like horrible, but it's been like just very heavy energy coming out. And then it's been heavy energy around me with other people and stuff. So it's just like my body literally could not handle it. Like my mind was just like, oh my God, Brittany, like what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And that's the thing is sometimes we have to sit in that discomfort and just be like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. We get so used to like the toxic shit or the uncomfortability and stuff like that. We actually find comfort in the known and the uncomfortability. And it's like when we have to step outside our comfort zone, it's scary sometimes. And that's pretty much what Spirit's saying with this is like, it will be a success. It's going to be a success. You just need to believe it. And the light card is really about, like your dreams coming true. This is like shining your light. Some of you, this is definitely shining your light brightly. And some of you, this is, or both messages can be for you. This is also like dreaming and wishing for the stars. But it's like you're too trapped in fear to actually believe this is going to happen. A lot of you guys are trapped in fear energy. So it's really important to look at like, where are my fears? Like, what are my fears? Where are they coming from? Where are they blocking me and stopping me from moving forward? And that's the thing is, where are they stopping me from moving forward? Because wherever they're stopping you is where you need to look and address it and handle it, okay? And a lot of times, the way we're raised especially can have a really big impact on the fear energy we have and things like that, truly. All right. What card wants to come? Okay, well. So we got the promise, blessings, commitment, divine protection, truth, suppress emotions, and balance, speak your truth. I'm going to read the other two afterward. This is what I was talking about with all those things coming up, things that we're not even aware about coming up, and it's going to bring us balance. Talk, say what you feel. If you can't say it to a person that maybe there is something that's going on with you, say it out loud. Like they're very specific about saying out loud. And we got the throat chakra almost in the same position of the cards. Say it out loud, okay? Whether that's to your friend or by yourself, express it and release it. The promise with blessings, commitment, and divine protection, you are protected and all of your blessings are protected. Anything that's meant for you is 100% protected and will come for you. You don't need to worry about that. I actually love this because they're both mountains. Look at that. And after this is coming this. This is coming after this. I don't know how it shows in the camera because I think when I record it, it shows, it reverses or something. But yeah. This is coming. This. Yeah, they're saying something really beautiful and a huge blessing is coming your way really soon, even if you're not seeing it. The other two cards we got are Crystal Spirits and Archangel Michael. Okay, guys, what is with the protection? We got divine protection on here. Archangel Michael says protection and Crystal Spirits say spiritual protection, the first words on the card. So maybe you guys are like worried about something feeling safe in some way because you got protection on 3 out of the 4 cards. Spiritual protection, chakra healing, physical, mental, emotional healing. Yeah, exactly what I said earlier about what we're healing, the things that are coming up to release. Archangel Michael, protection, release, God sent divine love. So yeah, this is, I feel like I don't need to reiterate that. Yeah, you are safe and protected. For some of you, what I'm hearing is there's something with a divine love with this, the God sent divine love and the blessings, commitment right here and the promise. For some of you, I'm hearing like that you were shown a person, like a divine counterpart or a soulmate or something like that, and you were shown them through a vision or through a dream or through something internally, not external, they're saying, like not through like a psychic. You were shown it internally from yourself. Like you didn't hear it from somebody else is what they're saying, is like it came from within, not externally. I think I said that already, but yeah, they're very specifically saying, make sure that where did this come from? This idea, this thought with this person come from? Was it from somebody else or was it from you? And if it was from you and it was from spirit through like some type of vision, some type of internal message, some type of dream, anything like that, they're saying that this is still coming for you, and to have trust and have faith, but keep living your life and doing you. Like keep focusing on you, keep doing for you, and this will come when it's supposed to. Sometimes you or this other person have different things that need to transpire before this can be a stable foundation, a stable commitment. There are certain things you have to release and heal, and they have to release and heal in order for this to come forward. So they're saying, hold on, have faith and trust. Like you already know it's true in your heart, even if you're not seeing it in front of your face. But just focus on yourself for now, because it might not come, as soon as you think it's gonna. So just focus on you. Worry about you. If you think about the person, you can energetically, send them a message, or energetically send them love and just let them know you're thinking about them or whatever. But they're really strongly with like the divine counterparts and soulmates, like really strongly with that. Just have faith. This one. Okay, so from the Fairy Oracle, we got solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. This feels like that message for people who are trying to seek comfort in other people because they're feeling alone. That feels exactly like what they said to me earlier about not seeking comfort and being alone. What they're saying is, look at why you're seeking comfort, why you can't be alone. Look at the fear behind it or the reasoning behind it, okay? Like, where is it that you get, it's almost like, where do you get, it's like you get comfort in being in a relationship. It makes you feel like worthy or needed or enough in some way, even if it's like somebody who's just using you for comfort and you're using them for comfort. Look at what it's actually offering you, and look at how empty you actually feel is what they're saying. Like, they're saying there's like an emptiness in it because it's not something that's like soul fulfilling for you. So really be conscious of that. And they're saying some of you, even with friends, it's like you're just trying to be friends with people to have like a connection and communication. But it's like, if it's not a friend that like you have that connection with, or it's not somebody that you enjoy talking to and stuff like that, then don't talk to them. Like, they're saying like a lot of you guys are seeking comfort in people that are not for your highest good, and you know that. Like, this is like an issue. This is like a pattern. So be conscious of it. See, I'm like the opposite of that. I'm like, that's like old Brittany would probably do that shit. Well, not necessarily that. Like, I don't try to find relationships. I'd rather be by myself. But, like I used to do that, the dating app, and now I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I don't even want to deal with it. But, like the best advice I can give you, kind of what I do, is when you're feeling, I feel alone too. Like, shit happens. Like, that just happens. Try to find something you can do that makes you feel happy, something that you can do that makes you feel like good about yourself. That's what I usually do. So a lot of times I'll do like certain things, like body wise, like go take a bath or do like a mask or something like that to like make myself feel a little bit better. Or sometimes I'll put on music and I'll like dance around my house to make me feel better. Or sometimes I just go out with a friend, like just go hang out with like one of your girlfriends or your guy friends or whoever, and do something that's comforting to you, or something that's like fulfilling to you, like arts and crafts, whatever it is. Okay. We got divination. Embrace the power of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Okay, that came up earlier. We're going to be getting clarity. Fairy spotting. It is time to go fairy spotting. It is said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Wow. Now I know why the fairy deck wanted to come out. I've never even seen these cards. Wow, that I feel like that literally just like completely validates what I was saying earlier about you're going to be getting clarity on stuff and things like that. And you don't need to see something in front of your face to believe it. Just trust it's going to be true. Intuitively, you know this. Wow, that is so fucking awesome. So awesome. It actually just reminded me of a dream I had. I had a dream this morning of hummingbirds. I don't know why hummingbirds. I love them. They're cute little majestic things. And like we were standing in a line to feed the hummingbirds, like with one of those little feeders. And I was like, oh, fuck this. I have stuff in my fridge. I'll go get some. And I'm like, I'll just do it on my own and stuff. So I was actually going to feed the hummingbirds. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Actually, I really want to do that though. How cool would that be? It'd be super cool. That's all? Okay. I guess that's all the cards we're getting. Patience, rejection, sadness. Damn, I don't know who needs this message. The message keeps coming up. Okay. This is being patient, even if you're not seeing it, believing it. We've gotten this message a few times, right? This rejection and sadness. This definitely feels like a rejection from a person that brought a lot of sadness. And this is what they're saying is stop trying to seek comfort in other people or situations that are not for your highest good. Like face your feelings. Some of you guys are saying like you're looking for validation due to abandonment issues. Some of you are looking for validation to feel worthy or enough because of a relationship or somebody complimenting you or somebody just giving you attention. And they're saying you need to sit in the discomfort. You need to process those energies. You need to feel your feelings. Like if you're feeling sad, that is normal and a-okay for you to feel sad, but you need to actually feel it. You need to actually deal with it. You need to, it's like stop, they're saying like stop painting pictures of something that's not real and trying to pretend like it is. This doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It definitely feels like I'm getting this message for a few people very strongly about like not settling and like stop fucking settling, like, and going to people for comfort. Like, you know what you want. Stop. But like this could also be, you know, all of these things can apply to different areas. Like this can apply to a job. This can apply to friendships, even with family, even with yourself. It can apply to you just doing things out of comfort to ignore like what it is you're feeling, to ignore feelings of rejection, to ignore these feelings of they're specifically keep saying not feeling worthy or not feeling enough. And you're looking for external validation to help you feel better because you're feeling sad and alone. Be patient with yourself, work on your inner child, face your feelings very strongly, face your feelings. Stop seeking comfort and external validation. All that does is it prolongs your cycle. And it's not helping you, it's hurting you. It's teaching you that you're, all right, hold on. It's like, okay. So think about a child, who just wants their parents' love and the parent buys them a toy. What does it do for the child? It does nothing for the child because now the child's like, oh, my parent's buying my love. So now this child starts this defense mechanism or this coping skill of, I'm going to try to start seeking love through monetary things, or I'm going to give love through monetary things, but they're shutting their emotions and their feelings off, okay? Like basically what you're doing is the same thing a parent does with a child. When a child just wants to be heard and they give them a gift, they're not actually paying attention to them and fulfilling their needs. So basically what you're doing is you're pacifying your inner child. You're not listening to your inner child. You're not listening to what you're actually feeling, and you're not nurturing and fixing the situation. You're just making it worse. That's pretty much the example they just gave me. You're just making it worse. Okay. It was just flew the fuck out. Wow. Okay. All right. Here's what we just got. Take at least 10 minutes to write down your feelings and explore your thoughts. Yes. Definitely processing those feelings. I'm getting a lot of people are not processing feelings. Express gratitude for all of the good people and things in your life. You need to have more fun. Put on some music, let loose, and dance. Fuck yes. Release your stress, relax your shoulders, shake your body, and wiggle. Things are okay. Remind yourself everything happens for a reason. Everything is working out for you, even if it doesn't feel that way. Have faith and patience. Like, I don't know, like, if every single deck could say the same thing, like, or not. But yeah, literally, everything is working out for you, even if it doesn't feel that way. Have faith and patience. Holy shit, like, we keep getting the same messages over and over and over. Change the way you talk to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself and love yourself. Say 3 to 5 things you love about you. This is so important, to say beautiful things to ourselves. Like, it really is so important. You know, a lot of people jokingly will sit there and be like, I'm so stupid, I'm so fat, I'm so this, I'm so that. Like, my friend was telling me, she got so mad. I don't fucking care if she got mad at me. She got so mad at me because she was telling me she woke up and her hair looked all like funky. And she was like, why do you look like this? You look stupid. Or she had said something and she's like, I was just joking around. I was like, it's not even funny joking around with yourself. Like, don't joke around with yourself like that. I'm like, because you start believing that. Like, the more you say that shit, that energy goes into your body. Even as a joke, you're telling yourself that you look stupid. So try to say nice things to yourself. Work on that. Listen, it's taken me a long fucking time to get to the confidence level I have, and I still go back and forth with it sometimes. Like, the other day I was crying like crazy, mascara rolling down my face, and I go in the mirror, I'm like, you still look pretty even when you're crying. And like, I say nice things to myself, and I've really, you know, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've struggled with my body and like with my weight and stuff, and especially the last few months, because I've gained weight like fucking crazy. Even not even eating, like, I don't eat fried foods. I don't really eat like a lot of shit at all. I, for the most part, eat generally pretty healthy, and I gained a bunch of weight, and I was feeling so insecure. And I totally understand the lesson in that. And that was because I was like, oh, I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. So I set a goal to myself, and I was like, I'm not going to weigh myself for a whole month. And I didn't. I didn't weigh myself for a whole month. And I was like, I'm going to try to eat at least like one, you know, really, really good meal every day, and do that and work on myself like that. But after that, I actually gained weight. And so I had to really work on, like, you are still beautiful no matter what your body looks like. Even with your curves, you are still gorgeous. And I had to tell myself that and really start believing it, because as a child, I was a very thin child, but as a child, I'm not going to say who it was, used to call me fat. And so whatever, I guess I'll just say my stepmom, she used to call me fat. And so I had 3 sisters, and I, you know, have like people, like cousins and stuff come over, and she would always in front of everybody would be like, Brittany can't eat this, she is fat. So all of my cousins and my little, you know, were like kids, were eating like candy and stuff like that, watching movies. And I was not allowed to do that. I was allowed to drink water, basically. And if I showed you a picture of what I looked like as a kid, I was actually super thin. And so I had this like weight complex my entire fucking life. And I used to be 130. I actually used to be really skinny, and I used to still think I was fat. Like, it didn't matter. And I I got drunk one day. I think I was like 21 or 22 or something. I got drunk one day, and I looked in the mirror, and I actually saw what I looked like without, you know, the ego in the way. And I was like, oh, wow, I actually look thin. But thinness doesn't mean beauty. Like, we have this perception that we're taught that being like stick thin or having whatever body type means like that it's beautiful. And really, beauty is skin deep. It comes from within. You know, you shine it outward, of course. But it's something, you know, like I've struggled with. And so I always tell people is like, don't say bad shit about yourself. Like, even joking around, it's not a fucking joke. And we should be saying really nice things to ourselves. We should be going in the mirror and complimenting ourselves and treating ourselves right. And that's a message Spirit's like really trying to emphasize, is stop getting external validation from other people and start giving it to yourself. Because when you build that confidence within, when somebody says something to you, it's not going to affect you in the same way. If you're getting compliments from other people and that's what's making you feel good about yourself, then what's going to happen is when somebody says something to you, that's a really weak foundation for your self-worth and your confidence. And so you're not going to have that same like stability to handle when somebody says something nasty to you, or if somebody, makes fun of you or does something like that. And it's really important that we are giving this to ourselves. And this is important for when you're in a romantic relationship or even with friends, is you're not seeking these things from other people. And that's kind of the message that I think we've been getting most of the day, is really about seeking the validation within and stop going to like other people to comfort us and support us and stuff. And I don't mean like if you're crying or you're going through some tough shit and you need friends and stuff. I'm saying like that loneliness, that like that internal feeling that you have, there's something that your soul, that your inner child is trying to tell you, and that's important for you to listen. And it's not, like your internal child's crying. So if you think about a child who's upset and feeling alone and crying and stuff like that, and you're like, here, let me just throw some random fucking people at this person, at this child, the child's not going to feel comforted, not going to feel supported, and not going to feel safe. The child's going to feel safe when you're sitting there and comforting them and saying like, it's okay. Like what's making you feel uncomfortable? What's making you feel alone? What's making you feel unsafe? How can we fix this? Having that conversation with a child. That's the same thing you should be doing with yourself, with your inner child. Having those conversations. When I'm feeling alone, why am I feeling alone? When I'm feeling unworthy, why am I feeling unworthy? Where is this coming from? And when you start talking to your inner child and asking the questions, the answers just flow up. You don't even need to continually do it. But whenever you're feeling unsafe or you're feeling uncomfortable, ask yourself why. Have these conversations with yourself. It's like a lot of people are always looking outside of them for their friends and family and even readers to like give them answers. And it's like, you have all of those within you. All you need to do is start having that connection with yourself. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to build up and to have these conversations with ourselves. But I'll fucking tell you, do this shit every day. Whenever I'm going through some shit, I'm like, what's going on? Why are we feeling like this? I talk like there's two of us. I'm like, why are we feeling like this? What's going on? And even yesterday I was super uncomfortable about something. And I started rubbing my arm and I'm like, it's okay. Like, we're good. We're okay. We're okay. And I start comforting myself. It's so, so, so important for us to do this. And a lot of us are not taught these coping skills growing up. We grew up in toxic ass environments, so we don't know them. So we're learning them as adults. And that's why it's important to be patient with yourself, because you're unlearning however many years of this toxic shit until you realize it's toxic. I'm almost 35. It's been almost 35 years of shit that I'm unlearning and I'm releasing. And this is another message I'll give you guys that Spirit said to me, and they're kind of bringing up now, is for people who've been going through this for a long time and a lot of releasing, and for me, it's been most of 2020, to be honest. Actually, it kind of started early or late 2019, probably like October, November last year, so a little bit over a year, where it feels like almost every day I'm releasing something. Just releasing. And what Spirit said to me, because I'm just like, is this ever gonna fucking end? Like, this is so freaking much. And Spirit said to me is like, you have years and years and years of trauma that you're releasing. You can't expect it to all be released in a day or a week. Like, you need to really release all the energy that's stuck in those traumas. And there's a lot. Like, think about one trauma you have, all of the emotions that go into that. Like, you have guilt, you have shame, you have anger, you have sadness. You know, think about the stages of grief and the cycle. You have all of these emotions in one thing, in one incident that happened to you. And then all of the, I've had people where I've told them, what happened, and then they didn't believe me. So then that turned into even more stuff that triggered more stuff that triggered more stuff, so there's a lot that goes into like a traumatic situation. And then all of the things that we change within ourselves afterward because we feel unsafe or we feel scared or whatever, all of that goes with one incident. It's not just, it could have been something that, happened in 5 minutes, but it really lasted for years. That trauma lasted for years. PTSD gets triggered, and all of those incidents now where you had that trigger with PTSD has to clear too. So just be patient with yourself. It will come to an end. All of this is for your benefit. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel freer. You're going to feel so much relief after all of this is released. So anyway, I hope that this helps you guys. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. And I'm going to give you the message that my friend gave me the other day, which is you're stronger than you think. And if you guys came on my live yesterday, I hope you guys had fun with me and my bestie. I love her. She's so awesome. And she's like, oh, I'm not a reader. She doesn't do reading. Like, honestly, she does a lot of energy stuff. She started doing it. she's going to massage school and she's going to be doing energy healing. She like semi knows what she's going to be doing, but I know what the bitch is doing. But she actually channels. She just doesn't realize she channels. So that's why I was like, come over. So I'm going to definitely have her come on again, and I'm going to try to get her ass on the camera to come on and whatever, because we're really funny when we're together. But anyway, if you joined, I hope you guys also enjoyed it as much as we did. So much love and light to you guys. I hope you have an amazing day.